watching The Janchi Show.
Hey Jay, what are we eating today?
Today, we are eating Cosomi sweet and salty crackers by Orion, or as we would say it in the States, Orion. Check it out, y'all.
Yeah.
What? And so there's this fun little French person, and then on the back, there's another French-looking person. How exciting. And joining us today is MinJu Park. You might know her as the owner and curator of @Fluent Korean on Instagram. MinJu, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Our full interview with MinJu Park is available on our podcast, The Janchi Show. New episodes drop every Wednesday, but right now we're going to dive into these crackers. Let's talk about the packaging, though, because it has a lot going on. Nathan, you had some thoughts.
Yeah, I was curious on it. I mean, the first thing that I saw when I looked at it is I totally thought that was a pineapple. I don't know if it was because the little like flower coming out of the top of it, but it looked different. I think that was a weird placement for that flower, but it's the only one in color. So I don't know if that was intentional, but and also to note, ours here in the United States is in English and French, whereas MinJu's is in Korean. So
all in Korean.
Speaking of that, actually, so when you introduced these crackers, which I've never had before, you introduced them as sweet and salty crackers, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says in English.
Yeah. That's what it says on the packaging, but on my packaging, it does not say sweet or salty. It says 고소한 cracker. 고소한 cracker. 크래커. 고소한
that
크래커.
translates to...
And this is actually called Cosomi, and it even gives the Chinese characters Gao Xiao Mei, which means Gao means high or top, Xiao means to smile, and Mei means beautiful. But then in Korean, 고소하다 is like Koreans have so many words to describe taste, and 고소하다 means it has a very sesame seed flavor, like a roasted sesame, nutty, fragrant, savory flavor. So you kind of already can look at it, and it does look like it has sesame seeds on it. And then they just created like a fun name, which means like, big smile lady, which is funny because is she even smiling that big on the packaging?
Yeah, not really.
The girl on the scooter has a little bit bigger of a smile.
She's got a grin.
They're just being sizist. And
She's on a scooter.
Wait, you have
Who wouldn't be
more
grinning
than
on
one?
a scooter?
The other lady looks like she's running away from her baby. She's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to get Cosomi crackers.
And on the other
Or
side.
she's pulling the baby
what
on
does
a
the back of
sled
yours look
somehow.
like?
I've been robbed of the second lady. I only have one.
You only have one?
Well, it's because I have a smaller packaging. You
True.
pay for the
Ours
smaller
has-
crackers.
Oh, okay.
Ours has
This thing
8.
doesn't even have wheels.
Yeah, ours has 8 bags inside it. So
Well,
This is
serves
America.
me
Go
right
big or
for
go
getting the
home.
smaller one. I don't get
look.
the baby lady.
And here, maybe you can translate. It is all in Korean on the packaging.
Wait,
So-
MinJu, what does 수출용 mean?
수출용, like export.
Oh, great. All right. How fun.
That makes sense.
What about...
That's the downside of knowing Korean like words, but not. It says 고소한
You're holding it
크래커.
upside down.
That's what that
Nathan.
says. Nathan, it says
What does that say?
고소한 크래커.
Yeah, 고소한 크래커. And it's important to note that when using Konglish words, you have to pronounce them in a Korean way and not an English way. You have to say 크래커 instead of cracker.
Kopi or pizza.
Crackle.
I don't know.
Wait, is this upside down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, we need to have a Janchi Boys learn how to read Korean.
Yeah, I would like that, actually. I took very little Korean.
All right.
Enough
took
to
none.
learn the alphabet.
So
and that was about
good
it.
thing is it was easy to open. So that's
Yeah,
good.
it was. Cracker
That
looks
was
pretty
Ooh,
good.
I love that we're like, judging that. It was very easy to open.
The Nongshim shrimp crackers, not easy to open.
Not easy to open. Lost points for unease of open.
All right. Mine looks salty and sesame seedy. Going in.
But is it sweet too?
This is delicious.
I was gonna say
this
that's
is
pretty
a
good.
terrible mistake for this time in the morning for me.
Oh my gosh.
Because they good.
Yeah, that's
this is, as Koreans might say, 맛있어요.
They even smell good.
that is thin and crispy and crunchy and salty and sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay, so try to describe it
Two.
to an American consumer. What does this taste like?
Yes. Because Americans, we love our sweets.
No, that was to you two, fools. Ninja's
Oh,
not
what
American.
was the question? Sorry,
Describe
you're a little
it
bit
for-
quiet.
What?
Oh, describe it for an American audience. What is this? What does it taste like?
It's like a vanilla wafer with a little bit more salt, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that sound right?
I wouldn't even say vanilla because a vanilla wafer is so thick. This is like a really thin, crispy.
Okay, a thin, crispy vanilla wafer.
Yeah,
think
maybe
it's-
you can call it
It's
that.
buttery.
It's buttery. Yeah,
Ooh,
it's very
buttery.
buttery.
Melts in the mouth.
I don't
And
know
yet
about
it's
melting in
salty.
my
You can
mouth.
see the salt on it, and then on top of that, and actually,
And the
I actually
sugar.
I had some problem finding it. I was walking up and down the cracker and cookie aisle. I could not find it anywhere at the Korean market. And then all of a sudden, I was getting ready to ask somebody, and I was looking toward the front, and right up at the very front in the entranceway is where the boxes were. Like they knew this is a popular product, and it was going to go quick, so they wanted to showcase it right at the front. And now I see why.
Isn't that where they
Very
put
good.
like the items that aren't selling, and then like for people to like to like see it and be like, oh, okay, I might as well.
I don't know. It was right next to the Choco Pies, so I
Well,
think
that's prime real estate.
Yeah, so
In America, up at the front is like the impulse buy section. So you're like, you see
Yep.
it as you're like getting in line. You're like, oh no, I need to have that, obviously. So
There's
I don't
a
know how it is
stackable-
for you in the Philippines, what your grocery store layouts are like.
I might eat this whole bag. It
mean,
reminds me also of a wheat thin, but crunchier and butterier.
Yeah.
And
It
sweeter.
also has coconut on it, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It also
Oh.
apparently has oyster shell.
Nathan, why do you have to share that fact? I mean, it's not wrong, but like,
Oyster
Why?
shell.
that's where the
But
crunch
it's way
comes
down at the
from.
bottom though, so it's not even there.
Well, technically you're right, because right above that is the bicarbonate ammonium. Wait, ammonium bicarbonate.
Okay,
more of
wait.
that crunch.
My crackers were born March 9th, 2020. When were y'all's born?
April 6th.
Okay.
April 20.
Oh man, I got older ones.
Ooh, mine's the baby of the family. July 3.
Because you're so close to Korea.
Yep,
Maybe.
that's the freshness.
I'm surprised that actually it doesn't have as strong as a sesame taste than I thought it would have.
True.
Because the sesame taste is very like not pungent, but you can smell it right away and you can taste
Right.
it right away. Yesterday I put a bunch of roasted sesame seeds onto my rice because I was trying to make kimbap rice, and I put way too much because I love sesame seed and I just got really excited. But then the entire bowl of rice just tasted like sesame seeds, which normally I'd be fine with, but I was like, oh no, I'm not the only one eating this.
How considerate of you.
I made
this is
bibimbap
mine.
today, and I just poured the sesame seed oil all over it. So
Yeah, sesame seed oil too. Like you put like a little bit and it's like takes over the entire thing.
yeah,
That's really funny.
And that's
so,
kind of like the koso. That's like literally what the word koso describes.
is sesame flavored?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's your vocab word.
Also-
Yeah, my wife saw that you had posted that, Nathan, the bibimbap, and she
Oh,
was
really?
like excited about it. We just made kimchi fried rice, and I just added made the rice,
Okay.
and then because it wasn't the same day, but later. But I put in some sesame seed oil, and it's like, oh, this makes it feel like what I know. Because as an American, I'm just like, yeah, olive oil, that's fine. That's all you need. Like you do the eggs, whatever, and then, but yeah, it's the sesame seed oil that like takes it just it's that little distance closer to like I've had this before, you know.
and the gochujang. You gotta add that in there. I have one that has vinegar in it, so it may be a little bit different, but I like that little vinegar kick to it. So
So
and I made it with black rice, which was the first time I tried it with black rice, Korean black rice. So that was
the very last one I just ate. I got some sesame there. I got a good hint of sesame in the taste.
I thought you were going to say you got some oyster in the last taste.
You're the only one. You're on the oyster train.
I'm over here on
the sesame.
I've just never seen that in a product before. That's all I'm saying. Except an oyster.
I feel like it's getting stronger sesame flavor as I make my way down the package.
I don't like there's only 8 in this box.
I don't know how ASMR people do it. I don't feel like I'm making a very satisfying ASMR chewing sound.
I'm an oyster. All right. Scale from 1 to 5. French ladies.
Like 1 million out of 5 Kosos out of these Mi's, okay? Like so many.
Really?
It's so good.
Patrick?
I'm giving it a solid 5 out of 5.
MinJu. What do you think of them? You've never had them either, so.
I don't know. A 3?
Oh, dang.
How is
elaborate?
Come on.
Coming from the Philippines, how is your sweetness meter? Do you like sweet foods or no? Or more
I love
salty,
desserts.
savory? Okay.
I love desserts, but I don't like them too sweet. And if I had to choose between something savory and something sweet, I'd choose savory. But I love desserts. Like I'm the kind of person that has to like have a dessert at the end of the meal, and I tell people it helps me digest, which I think it's true. Desserts help you digest.
Yeah. Depends on what it is, for sure. What's your favorite Filipino dessert?
Ooh, so much. Okay, well, first you have to try taho, which is basically soft tofu with like pearls, like tapioca pearls, or like little like those like clear boba things.
Okay.
And then I love puto bumbong, which is kind of like a rice cake.
I love how that sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all of the like the rice cake based desserts. Oh my goodness! So I know that that's like a bad word, puto, but in the Philippines, it's like a rice cake.
Oh, okay.
So please.
It doesn't sound great in Spanish, but yeah.
Yeah. So please don't.
In Tagalog, yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Well, so I also give them 5 out of 5 because I do think it's a very tasty cracker. I was surprised. I didn't actually think I was going to like these. It's okay. You got the first parts of it. We're good.
Okay. I dropped my phone.
Did it stop?
We're putting that part right in, so it's all good.
I hope not. I've been trying to like not show my bed because I did not make my bed.
Nice. Who needs to?
I didn't make my bed this morning either. MinJu, could you let everyone know where we can find you? Where's the best places to go look for your podcast that's coming out? Where else can we find you at online?
Okay, so you can find me on my website, fluentkorean.com, and my Instagram, fluentkorean, @fluentkorean. I recently made an Instagram account for my podcast, @fluentfools. Which I'm deciding whether or not to continue or not, but we'll see. I like it, but we'll see. It's hard enough to focus on one Instagram, but I think it's a lot of fun to do. And my podcast is called Fluent Fools. If you want to know why it's called Fluent Fools, look at my trailer or any of my digital assets. It definitely is, I think, is very clear. You can search for it on any podcast app or just go to fluentfools.com. It'll direct you to whatever app that is more most compatible to you. I don't know. Sounds like a dating thing, but it's not. It's for podcasting.
I swipe right on Overcast.
Yeah.
You can also find the Janchi Show wherever you are most compatible with podcasts, and you can also catch us on Instagram, Twitter, and all other social media channels @Janchi Show. And I feel like I was getting cut out there by KJ.
Oh no, I was just
he was counting
just
how many places we were at.
Those hands. Yeah.
Perfect. He just gave me hands and I took them and I accepted them and we're moving forward.
MinJu, we really enjoyed speaking with you.
Yes. Definitely check out the full interview. It was such a great time to talk to you. Send us an email if you're into writing long form notes at what's our email? Janchi Show at justlikemedia.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe to our channel. so that you can catch all of the latest food and interview updates. You can find me on all of the places at KJ Relke, KJROELKE.
You can find me at Nowak Photo on Instagram or Nathan Nowak Photography, pretty much online.
And you can find me on Instagram at Patrick in the World. You can also find me on SoundCloud at Patrick Isn't Real. And you can find me on Facebook if I accept your friend request.
If you're lucky.
MinJu, can you send us off with a fun Korean proverb that may or may not make sense to what we talked about? It can just be whichever one you think of first.
Mm-hmm. My favorite one right now is 병 주고 약 주기.
Nice. And I'm pretty sure
should I say what it means?
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure that means have fun and we'll see you later. But you can also say what it means for real.
It means to give a disease and to give the cure, to give the poison and the antidote.
Okay.
I like it.
Very nice.
I think I can infer what that actually means a la Fluent Korean's Instagram style, but hit us up on social media and we'll talk about it there. Bye!
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.